there lived a statistician's dream. The average family. 9-year-old Ashley. Her dad, Greg. Sam, her baby brother. Their naughty dog, Bud. And Supermom, Tony. Join them on their unexpected journey. Like most North Americans, our family spends about 90% of their time inside. They think that any health risks they face from pollution are limited to the time they spend outside.
Bacon.
Little do they know. Exposure to pollutants is 10 to 50 times higher indoors. Your rug might qualify as a toxic waste site. Chloroform gas can build up in your dishwasher. Scientists have only recently come to recognize that the places we feel safest in, our homes, schools, and offices, can be surprisingly toxic environments. Tonight we're going to watch as a fictional family goes about their normal daily routine, oblivious as the rest of us to the harmful agents that are in places where we would least expect to find them. To be sure we've got it right, we're going to put 3 ghostly experts onto the set who spend much of their time getting up close and personal with everyday toxics. John Roberts, known affectionately as Dr. Dust, is obsessed with the secret life of house dust. Donna Mergler identifies the chemicals that have infiltrated our food chain. Like a detective, Richard Corsi reveals the unlikely hiding places of toxic chemicals.
Sam, I just need to have a shower. Thanks, honey.
Kids generally don't give a second thought to where they sit, where they put their fingers, or how dirty they are. Toddlers love to put things in their mouths. Researchers have found that it can be up to 76 things per hour, a number that until recently would be a source of astonishment rather than worry. Tiny hands can pick up traces of toxic chemicals, which then make their way to toys and mouths. Sam and Ashley will spend more time playing on the floor than anywhere else in the house. This, and their relative size to us big people, increases their risk of exposure to toxics. Add to this the fact that they have faster metabolisms and that their organs are still developing, and you can see why crawling on the carpet and noshing on Teddy might be suspect. Most of their toys are coated with an invisible layer of dust. The fluffy ones are like magnets, luring in toxic compounds. They could be any one of the thousands of chemicals we've created since World War II. Of course, not all dust is synthetic. Molds, one of the biological components of dust, will love this unexpected meal of chocolate milk.
Look what you've done. Dad.
Carpets absorb noise, and they're cozy in the winter.
It's okay, that's nothing. I can clean it up.
Allergens and pollutants treat our rugs like hotels. Some become permanent guests. Others stay for just an hour or two.
Let's get some dishes here and have some breakfast. Ooh, how are you doing, beauty?
Mmm, smell that bacon. Along with the aroma of bacon fat come organic chemicals, and possibly some of the coating from the non-stick frying pan. Cooking releases a range of particles into the home. It can send scientific monitors off the scale.
Well, you better get to it, eh?
Yeah, Mom.
All will twirl around the kitchen, where they'll be joined by a large influx of carbon particles from this burnt toast.
I burnt the toast. Sorry.
Good job, Mom.
Eventually, some will find their way outside. But others will bounce around until they land on a surface they can stick to. Like the carpet. Our invisible expert, John Roberts, is the infamous Dr. Dust.
Hey, Tony, I'm going to have my shower now.
For 27 years, he's been analyzing the chemical cornucopia in our carpets.
In 1974, I was working for an air pollution control agency looking at road dust as a source of ambient air particles. But I realized that road dust contains many toxic things like lead and cadmium and all the toxic organic pollutants from motor oil and so on. And I theorized that this would get tracked into the house. Normally, as you go away from the source of pollution, the concentration drops. But when we took the samples side by side on the road and in the house, they looked very similar. And sometimes it was higher in the house dust than in the road dust. And this really shook me up because I did not expect that.
John and a colleague designed the HVS-3, the Rolls-Royce in the world of vacuum cleaners. This unlikely scientific tool has helped them explain why pollution levels inside our homes are higher than those almost anywhere outside.
Dust in home is one of the main sources of exposure for people. Whatever's in the carpet or on the floor, how much is on the carpet or on the floor determines how much gets into the air. The biggest source of indoor pollution in house dust is tracked in on people's feet. It's very hard to get a dog to wipe his feet when he comes in. So the pesticides used in the lawn or in the family garden tend to get tracked in. It is very difficult to keep them out of the house. Dogs just have nice little paws that carry a lot of dirt with them.
I really have to do something about the fleas on that dog.
Thrilled to have the living room to himself, Bud's just finished checking out the neighbor's prize-winning garden. But they've been waging a chemical war against dandelions and aphids. So for the past few days, Bud's paws have been contaminated with diazinon and several other pesticides. And now, so is the living room.
When you bring particles in contact with a carpet, the larger particles sink to the bottom, and the smaller particles tend to grab onto the fibers.
On the surface are recently